Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Clive Games, and today we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be traveling straight back to New Gridania. If you don't remember what happened last time, is we just got done saving those two mechanics, I think, or something like mechanics, who work for Garland Ironworks. We kind of had to go do that because they kind of interrupted our whole introduction to the twin adders. So there's that jazz. So now we're gonna be done, and we should be able to continue on with the story. Live, it does my spirit well to see you return. Word arrived but moments ago from the team at 9 Ibis. Lest you worry, the two engineers are safely on their way. Engineers, that was it. I can call them mechanics, but same thing. The lieutenant informs me that you were instrumental in the mission's success. Had you not found Engineer Briggs when you did, and helped us to root the Garleans, things might have been very different. And all this before you were even inducted into the Order. You are well on your way to carving out a fine career for yourself beneath the Twin Adder standard. Why do they gotta say beneath? For all they know, I could one day rule the Twin Adders. Without further ado, let us see to your introduction. 12 willing, there won't be any further interruptions. They give you yellow paint, because who doesn't want to dye their clothes like super yellow? Now, that clothes ain't so bad. That's not bad. I kind of like that. These clothes that they've been wearing, like all that, no, you know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Complete our introduction. Protocol requires that I apprise you of who we are and what we do, after which I will invite you to swear an oath of your own free will. Ahem. The Order of the Twin Adder is the Grand Company of Gridania. It brings together the martial, economic, and technological resources of our nation, that we might stand strong in times of direst adversity, when our very survival hangs in the balance. Our order was formed in the days before the calamity, in readiness to fight the Garlean Empire, and to combat the beast tribes and their primals. Needless to say, our struggle continues to this day. Elder Cecir Kani Senna is the supreme commander of our forces. Under her wise leadership, we protect the people of Gridania and the sanctity of the Twelveswood. As the entwined serpents that grace our stand, let Forestborn strive as one with friends from afar to ensure that the peace shall ever reign in Gridania. In so doing, we honor the will of the elementals, and theirs is the will of the wood. Now then, Clive, I ask that you give unto us your oath of allegiance in whatever fashion you see fit. Wood's will be done. I shall strike down our enemies and drink up their blood. My life for the Elder Cecir, or say nothing, tell no one. Let's try that. Oh my god, it worked. The elementals need not words to know your heart, and there is no doubt in mine own that you'll prove a stalwart servant to them. It was the eyebrows, it was the eyebrows. By the power invested in me, I assign you the rank of Servant Private 3rd Class. You are now a man of the Order of the Twin Adder. Go forth, Private Jet, and do that which brings peace to the Twelveswood and honor to our name. Sorry. Congratulations, you did the most useless thing in the entire game. Can you hear me, Clive? This is Minfilia. I swear, woman, you know how to take a boring thing and make it worse. An officer of the Order of the Twin Adder contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Jet. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Serpent of Gridania, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends here who I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. Is it just me, or was she like really jealous in regards to the fact that we now aren't solely invested in the Scions? The distant call of a friend in need, perhaps. As you are needed elsewhere, I shall not keep you any longer. I would, however, suggest speaking with High Serpent Commander Vorsai Hulue before you depart. He may provide you with assistance on the journey ahead. Okay. Could be any of those people over there, but I'm assuming this dude. You know, may accept the quest, my little Chocobo. Which apparently now is required for you to do before you can complete a Realm Reborn. Alright, Grand Companies, Supply Provision. Supply Provision are only useful to level up gathering and crafting classes. This is one we need. Rosal believes it's past time you are issued a personal Chocobo. We get our mount, finally! Ah, Private Jet. I understand that you have been working tirelessly in Gridania's name. You are truly an example to your fellow serpents. But tell me, have you ever felt as though you could get to your destination? You couldn't get to your destination quickly enough? Yes. If so, you might consider getting a personal Chocobo. You have yet to be issued your own bird, am I correct? Given your considerable talents, you should be able to obtain one in no time at all. Let me tell you how to go about it. First, you must obtain a Serpent Chocobo issuance by exchanging company seals with the Quartermaster. Once you have this deed, present it to our man Singlar. He will furnish you with a suitable bird. AKA, talk to the Quartermaster under that. No, where was it? Where is it? There we go, okay. There's also another one. So we have to get seals, which are different currency for the Grand Companies for some reason. We should get enough once we complete the next story quest. So I'll do that. But this, pup no longer. I'm only unlocking this so we can get more seals if we need them. But this is PvP, so I'm not even gonna read. It's just telling you what was your other thing? Oh yeah, I thought you had another thing. What's this? Oh, okay. Alright, well, I know we're coming back here for the main story. So first we're gonna go here. We're gonna unlock PvP, just so you can see where to go. So you go all the way back to Morby Dry Docks, back where I stopped the not Straw Hat crew from destroying the ship. You go, I think it's, yeah, down this way, I believe. And it'll take you to a separate place in Limpsa Lumensa where you can purchase PvP gear that actually half the time looks really decent. It actually looks really dope. So if you do like the gear, even if you're not good at PvP and you want the gear, it's not like the end of the world. I don't find PvP that fun, my personal opinion. But this is basically, you can do I think that's like a one-on-one area over there. There's striking dummies to practice. There was a there's a whole bunch of different types of PvP stuff. I don't know how popular it is. It's kind of popular, but it's not like the most popular thing ever. And this is where you get all the weapons and gear. If you want to look at that, just message me and I'll kind of like put a little sub video up about looking at all the gear. I'm not gonna buy them, but I will look at them if y'all want me to. Some of the gear is weird looking, but the others are gonna like really dope. Blah 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 blah. And it's just telling you about the wolf's den. And then you can unlock other stuff by just doing the missions here, but that's pretty much all it is. That's just where you get all your PvP gear and stuff. If you want the glamours. Oh, that's the Grimoire mission. We're going to use another Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket just to get there instantaneously. That's cool. Oh, sorry. So sorry. I know. It's disgusting. Corona everywhere now. Oh, I never noticed that. She actually stands up when you enter. That's so cute. Eat a Papa Limo. You can talk to the different people and get little conversations, but it would take forever to do that. Welcome back, Clive. Lady Minfilia awaits you within. Yay. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called to regale me with the tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. Are you sure he wasn't just thirsty for me? Like, I mean, like everyone else? Except you, Yustola. You cool. You cool, Yustola. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Clive. Now, when last we spoke, I said that I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention that you have already met. Tartru, please show them in. Yeah. Great, friends. Yay. This way, sirs. Oh, it's Giant and Onion. It's Shrek with his onion. Thanks again for getting us out of that mess. We owe our lives. But I don't think we've properly introduced ourselves. I'm Biggs. And I'm God's man, spit it out, will you? Wedge at your service. Didn't know that was so hard. I am pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge have been staying with us for a while. Will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that the Scions should serve as keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, and so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks. I cannot speak, can I? Who very kindly sent us 2 of their finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea, and I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you all, and fight for the future of the realm. you think what you do is fighting. You literally sit behind a desk. Never have I known such fulfillment, such happiness. You're no better than Totoro. The only difference is you have the echo like me. This woman. Ophelia needs you to investigate the Silphs.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Silphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Silphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor, conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramu's existence is well documented, the Silphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained. Until such time as we know, it would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Silphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Silphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Yeah, they got a cute little friendship dynamic between them, Ida and Papalimo. I was so sad. Thanker doesn't get to help us. But, alright, so we gotta go all the way back to Gridania. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get our very own Chocobo. Our first mount. Finally. What's this? Oh, another PvP thing. I'm not gonna worry about it. That's another PvP thing. What? Go over here. Yeah. Chocobo. While I'm here, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, so we can go ahead and do it all at once. We know far too little of the Silphs to lay any worthwhile plans, but we must call upon the signs once more if we are to. He's talking to himself. Ah, beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. Yeah, it is. I do it too, but it is a bad habit. But tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Commander Borsai Hadaway has been awaiting the aid of the Scions. Well, if it isn't Private Jet, reporting for duty. That's the zeal I like to see from an enterprising young serpent. Morning, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Ida and Papa Limo. Always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me you quest in the name of the Scions of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the twin adder is in need of our adventuring prowess. Yes, if you didn't figure out by the way he speaks, the potato is really smart. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Silphs, that curious beast tribe that calls the depths of the Twelvewood home. The Silphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder Seer, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. The twin adder is of the same mind, and 'tis precisely for this reason that the Silphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Wow, he is bigoted. Should there be even a sliver of chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Silphic tribes, it is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Ramu or leave the Silphs to their own ways? That is the question, yet I find myself lacking ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound within Gridania, but to listen only to one's own is among the greatest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Silphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you Scions come in. The Silphs of Little Solas remain untempered, and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Silphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas, I think that's how you say it, faux pas, get in the way of a productive parley. En route to the Little Solas, you'll come across Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you as to how to win the Silph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly purveyor of the Silphs. This should be a pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from What's Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly purveyor? Indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. It's not. They might have changed it since the last time I played it, but last time I played it, oh my god, this was anything but straightforward. We're gonna do it. But yeah, it's anything but straightforward. But first, let us get it. Let us get it. Want a bird issued, you say? Then I'll need to see your serpent chocobo issue. Oh, insurance. Insurance? Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. Oh my god! Ah! And there he is. This fellow has been in high spirits the past few battles. He must have sensed that his master was coming. You are squishy, you shall be my squishy, and will always be my squishy. You're so fluffy, I'm gonna die. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. Ooh, Que. I suck at naming things. Let's go with. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with Fluffy. Quack. He didn't like it. I dare say he likes this name so much that he ran away. Here's your very own Chocobo Whistle. Simply blow into it and your feather friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoning crowded city areas or monster-infested lairs. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your Chocobo Rider's license, as is required by law. And that concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your Chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Alright. To get it, you have to use the Chocobo Whistle. Now, like you said, you can't use it in cities and you can't use it in dungeons. Almost pretty much anywhere else you can use it. So, we're gonna add it right above our Rotting Horizons, House of the Dead, Sights to Behold. I don't know. I know that leads to the Palace of the Dead. I might show y'all that, but not really. But we do. Oh, they're making us go back to the Lancers Guild. Because the Palace of the Dead is basically what we call a deep dungeon, which means that like there are floors, and every time you go in, the floors are going to be randomized, like completely random. So every time it's like a maze, you gotta figure out where to go, you gotta kill so many enemies, blah blah blah. So, the ferry docked at the base of this hill will carry you across the lake to the East Shroud. Once you're ashore, head due east and you should find the Hawthorne Hut without much trouble. AKA right there, gonna fast travel. And the deep dungeon, like Palace of the Dead, is a good way to level up DPS if for some reason your queue times are just taking way too long. It's not the quickest way to level, but it is a lot of times quicker than queuing for dungeons if it's taking too long. Ameline! Indeed, I'm Ameline of the Twin Adder. I understand you're here to learn of the Silphs, yes? Yeah. How do I insult them? Or not insult them? Your choice. I don't care which either. For all their whimsy, they are a wary lot, particularly since the Empire has come to the Shroud. Earn their trust, however, and they're as friendly as any foe. They have their quirks, but so do we all, no? True, my dude. True. Would you know more, you do well to speak with the master of this hut, Rolf. He's forgotten more about the Silphs than I'll ever know. Alright, Rolf Hawthorne. Patriarch of the bar-keeping Hawthorne family is said to be well-versed in Sylphic customs. Come to learn a thing or two about the Silphs, have you? I'll tell you one thing, they're a peculiar foe. How peculiar, you ask? Well, let me just tell you. Beg pardon, my memory is just not what it used to be. I've seen much and more in my adventuring days, and it's all a clutter and monoga now. That's helpful, thank you. That's great. I've shared my stories with those around the hut before. Now, you might have more luck with them. The Silphs. Yes, Father's told me his stories plenty of times. What I've always found most captivating is how their concept of etiquette is almost completely alien to our own. You do best not to underestimate them on their account of their childlike looks, lest your face end up a mess of glyphs, squiggles, and chocobo scratches. Tee-hee. Tee-hee. That's how people laugh? The quickest way to a clever woman's heart might be through her stomach. But don't ever think of trying to foist your foodstuffs on a sylph. They sustain themselves simply by bathing in the sun. Or so Rolf once told me. The Silphs, inveterate tricksters and troublemakers, that's what they are. One day they're drawing horrible faces on our mess, the next they're sending our young centuries falling to the bottom of a ravine. Tell them to stop, and they just laugh at you. Rolf claims they harbor no ill will, but I dare say such pranks are no laughing matter. Oh, of course, of course. Hearing your stories, well, my stories, has brought the memories flooding back to me. I feel like dancing. Yes, nothing brings people together quite like a little toe tapping. A sylph told me long ago that dancing is a time-honored greeting among their kind. You do well to remember this. It just may help win the favor of our forest friends. And you would think that would be enough, but no. Rolf would share further knowledge to assist you on befriending the Silphs. Oh, still here, eh? Great! There's one more thing you should know about the Silphs. They don't take kindly to guests who show up empty-handed. During the trust, you do well to bring along I swear, this man is so useless. Crap, what was it again? And my wife, Rosa, and I were just speaking of the matter not days ago. Forgive me, friend. Speak to Rosa at the comb. Her memory should prove more reliable than my own. Here we go. It's Fluffy. Oh, I love that song. And yep, we're not going uber fast yet, but it's a lot faster than on foot, trust me. Plus, we get our very own pet Chocobo to ride. A peace offering for the Silphs. Were it anyone else, I'd recommend a jar of honey, but I fear that wouldn't get you past their front doorstep, dear. No, their taste runs more to the unusual. I gotcha. So they want weed. I gotcha. Are you perchance familiar with milkroot? Milkroot, yeah. That's what we call the root of the most fiendish seedkin, the ochu. When chewed, it exudes a cloudy liquid that's said to induce curious visions in the imbiber. You don't catch me dead trying the stuff, but the Silphs seem to enjoy it to no end. Oh, I was joking, but this is true. I've not seen an ochu around the comb in quite some time, but I did encounter a suspicious clump of grass the other day. Were you to stimulate it somehow, with some of this amber syrup for example, you might be surprised at what comes out. Good luck. So we're giving the Silphs, who we're trying to befriend, weed of a variety. And I don't know. Yeah. Alright, now we gotta present it to that guy because he's gotta definitely approve of our weed, guys. So he's gotta be that top tier stuff. Yeah. Can't be giving them half-assed weed. Ah, you're back. Was my wife able to direct you to a suitable offering? Milkroot? But of course, those Silphs quaff that cloudy stuff as quickly as I do a flagon of mead. The effect's just about the same as well. Any road, a gift of Milkroot will have the Silphs calling you friend and brother the moment they lay eyes on you. Now let me wrap that up for you. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. Please let that be it. Please let that be it. Yes! Okay. Rolf Hawthorne has gift wrapped your offering and preparation for your journey into the Silphs. Immense? Why not just home? I've taken the liberty of wrapping your milk root well and good. He skimmed off some off the top, guys. This should keep it nice and fresh, not to mention spare you from that god-awful stench. Silphs love the stuff, but me, I'd rather burn my nose in chocobo dung. I dare say the reek even rivals the breath of the morble that put an end to my adventuring days. He took a morble to the knee. But I can tell you that story another time. You have much more important matters to attend to today, yes. The Silphs are an eccentric bunch, but I've shared their company well enough to know that they're kind at heart. They'll not shun one whose intentions are true. I truly want to get these little bundles of greenery so high that they will hug me. May your parley be a fruitful one, friend, and do stop by on your return. There's a flagon of full flower mead with your name on it if you regale me with your adventuring tales. Ah, and before I forget, don't go traipsing off just yet. Emmeline here would have a word with you. Travel in safety, friend, and do pass along my regards to the winged ones. Why didn't he just speak now? We're right beside him. It's good to see your knowledge of Sylphic culture has matured. I see no reason to delay your mission any further. Upon your arrival at Little Solas, seek out a young Sylph by the name of Tumuxio. He has served as an intermediary between our peoples on many an occasion, and has the close ear of his tribe's elder. I see that Hawthorne has furnished you with some of the malodorous root the Silphs so adore. I have something far greater import for you to deliver, a missive from the elder Seer herself. To summarize, the letter's contents in brief, it vouches for the integrity of our envoy, that would be you, and restates Gridania's desire to maintain a harmonious relationship with our long-standing friends in the forest. Are we sure they can read their plans? Theoretically. The war with the Exile has taken a toll on our resources. We can ill afford to get mired in another conflict. I need not impress upon you any further the importance of this mission. May the 12 see you return with good tidings. Alrighty. And now off to Little Solas. Show off. Just because I can't fly yet. Don't worry, Fluffy, you'll get there. I believe in you. That was the weirdest freaking dance that girl was doing, I swear. Walking One is not familiar to this one. This one does not trust strange Walking One. Strange dancing ones might be a different story, but this one expects no such thing. Walking One should go home and leave this one be. Yeah, they're the type that has weird speech patterns, like really weird. Alright, we're going to add dance. Oh. This one would welcome Walking One who moves like these ones. If Walking One would talk to this one will answer. This one is Busy One, so Walking One should speak with quick tongue. They're almost harder to understand than the Gobbies. Walking One would bring gift to this one. Walking One is most kind. Oh yeah, now get high, you little fucker. Walking One brings Milkroot. Milkroot fills this one with great joy. Oh. This one gives thanks. Gives many, many thanks. Probably because she sees many me's. Walking One carries message for Elder One. This one will deliver the message to Elder One. Walking One should not worry. What's up? You guys are late. Hello there. We're envoys from Gridania, and we're here to treat with your people. Hi, we come to pay our respects to your elder and to learn from him more of your Lord Ramu. Who are these ones? These walking ones come from Gridania? Walking one's become a dancing one and brought Milkaroo. But walking one tricks this one. This one does not like tricks. This one will speak no more. Elder one is busy. Walking one should go home. Go home? But the Silphs of Little Solas have always welcomed Gridanian envoys with open wings. I see what she did there. The letter carried by Clive here is an oath of peace penned by the Elder Seaseer herself. Still, you would refuse us? This one's reasons are business of Walking One. Elder One has no words for Gridania. Walking One's waste everyone's time. Well, I never. Turned away at the gates. Whatever did we do to deserve such a rude welcome? Was Clive's jig insufficiently jig? Hey, are you blaming my swagger, Ida? Bitch. I'm as baffled as you, but something tells me recent events have our erstwhile fluttery friends feeling uncommonly wary. It would seem we've no choice but to ask around and see how we might earn their trust. They all sell for the same. Alrighty, but that's all I got time for you guys today. Thank you for watching. We'll be continuing our, hopefully, words. I forget words, but we're going to continue our talks with the, people of Little Solas, in the next episode. But thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all next time.